Most men believe a hug is simple. You walk forward, you open your arms, you make contact. But psychology tells a very different story. A hug is not just physical contact. It is an emotional signal. And in the first 2 seconds of a hug, a woman subconsciously decides one thing. Does this man feel safe or uncomfortable? The biggest mistake men make is rushing the hug without awareness. They move too quickly, lean too heavily, or close distance without reading her body language. What feels normal to you can instantly feel intrusive to her. Human interaction operates on invisible boundaries. When those boundaries are ignored, attraction drops immediately, even if she cannot explain why. A confident man never assumes physical closeness. He allows it. Before a hug even happens, communication has already begun. Eye contact, posture, tone of voice, and emotional energy all prepare the moment. If these signals are missing, the hug feels forced instead of natural. Many men unknowingly turn a friendly gesture into an awkward situation because they treat a hug like a routine greeting rather than a shared experience. Here is the psychological truth. Comfort always comes before touch. A woman relaxes into a hug when she feels emotionally acknowledged first. If the emotional connection is absent, the hug becomes mechanical. Another common mistake is hugging to seek validation. Some men hug longer than necessary, squeeze too tightly, or linger because they want reassurance. This creates pressure rather than warmth. Confidence shows restraint. A good hug communicates presence, not neediness. Notice how socially intelligent men behave. They pause slightly before initiating contact. They read her reaction. They give space for her to step in willingly. This small moment changes everything. Because attraction grows when a woman feels she has chosen the interaction, not been pulled into it. In Stoic philosophy, control over oneself is the highest form of strength. The same rule applies here. The man who controls timing controls the emotional tone of the interaction. Most men focus on how to hug. High-value men focus on whether the hug is invited. Attraction and comfort are communicated long before physical contact happens. A woman almost always gives silent signals that reveal she welcomes closeness. The problem is not that signals are hidden. It is that many men never learn to notice them. The first signal is body orientation. When a woman feels comfortable with you, her body naturally turns toward you. Her shoulders open, her feet face your direction, and her posture becomes relaxed. Humans instinctively point their bodies toward people they trust. If a body stays angled away, arms crossed, or she keeps distance, forcing a hug instantly breaks emotional harmony. A Stoic man observes before acting. The second signal is distance management. People create invisible personal zones. When a woman steps slightly closer during conversation, remains nearby instead of stepping back, or mirrors your movements, she is subconsciously allowing proximity. This is often the real invitation. But when she leans back, holds object between you, or keeps increasing space, she is protecting comfort boundaries. Ignoring this turns a friendly moment into discomfort. Strong social awareness means respecting space without taking it personally. The third signal is eye contact and facial softness. Before a natural hug, eye contact usually lingers a second longer than normal. Her expression softens. There may be a small smile, relaxed eyes, or a subtle pause in conversation. That pause matters. It creates a shared moment where physical connection becomes natural rather than sudden. Men who rush past this moment miss emotional synchronization. They move from conversation to touch too fast, and the interaction feels misaligned. Another overlooked detail is energy matching. If the interaction is playful, warm, and emotionally open, a hug feels effortless. But if the conversation is formal, brief, or emotionally neutral, sudden physical contact feels confusing. The hug must match the emotional tone already established. Stoic discipline teaches awareness of timing. Acting at the right moment is more powerful than acting quickly. A confident man does not chase physical contact. He allows connection to develop until the hug becomes the obvious next step. When done correctly, she moves toward you at the same time you move toward her. No hesitation, no awkwardness, no resistance. Most men believe a hug is simple. Step forward, wrap arms, done. But attraction does not disappear because of what you do. It disappears because of how you do it. Women often decide how they feel about a man within seconds of physical contact. A single awkward hug can silently move you from attractive to uncomfortable without a word being spoken. The first major mistake is hugging with uncertainty. Many men approach halfway, hesitate, adjust their arms mid-movement, or lean awkwardly. This creates confusion. When your body language shows doubt, the hug feels forced instead of natural. Confidence in physical interaction does not mean aggression. It means clarity. A grounded man moves smoothly, slowly, and decisively. No rushing, no hesitation, just calm presence. The second mistake is holding too long. A hug should match the emotional context. Friends, acquaintances, romantic interests. Each has a different timing. When a man holds on longer than the moment requires, the hug shifts from warm to uncomfortable. She may smile politely, but internally she begins searching for an exit. The strongest hugs end slightly earlier than expected. Leaving first signals emotional control and social intelligence. The third mistake is overly tight pressure. Many men think strong attraction equals strong physical grip. In reality, excessive pressure communicates nervous energy rather than confidence. A good hug feels relaxed, balanced, and respectful. Your arms guide connection, not control it. Think calm strength, not intensity. Another common error is hands placed incorrectly. Where your hands rest communicates intention instantly. Lower back grabbing, excessive touching, or wandering hands can instantly break trust if emotional intimacy has not yet been built. Attraction grows through comfort first, not escalation. High-value men understand boundaries without needing rules explained to them. The next mistake is leaning in emotionally without reading her response. During a hug, pay attention to reciprocity. Does she hug back equally? Does she lean in or stay stiff? Does she release quickly? These small reactions reveal everything. Stoic awareness means adjusting in real time instead of forcing your expectation onto the moment. And finally, the biggest mistake of all, using the hug to seek validation. When a man hugs hoping to feel accepted, approved, or desired, the energy changes. The hug becomes neediness disguised as affection. True attraction comes from emotional self-sufficiency. You hug because a moment feels right, not because you need reassurance. A powerful hug communicates three things without words: calm confidence, respect for boundaries, emotional stability. Now we arrive at what most men never learn. A hug is not about physical contact. It is about emotional presence. The difference between a forgettable hug and an unforgettable one is not strength, duration, or technique. It is the energy you bring into the moment. Stoic philosophy teaches one powerful principle: control yourself, and you influence the environment around you. When you hug a woman while completely calm, grounded, and self-assured, she feels safety without understanding why. The first rule of a powerful hug is arrive emotionally before you touch physically. Do not rush forward. Make eye contact. Smile naturally. Allow 1 second of shared awareness before stepping in. That brief pause signals confidence. Men who rush communicate anxiety. Men who pause communicate certainty. The second rule is lead gently, never forcefully. Initiate the hug smoothly. Keep your posture upright. Shoulders relaxed. Movement slow and deliberate. A stoic man does not grab. He welcomes. Your body language should say, "I am comfortable with myself, and you are safe here." The third rule is be fully present. Most people hug while thinking about what comes next: conversation, impression, attraction. Instead, focus entirely on the moment. Feel the connection, then release naturally. Presence creates emotional impact far stronger than physical intensity. The fourth rule is release first. This is subtle but powerful. Ending the hug calmly shows emotional independence. You enjoy the connection, but you do not cling to it. Scarcity creates intrigue. When you step back first with relaxed confidence, you leave a psychological imprint that lingers long after the interaction ends. The fifth rule is transition smoothly. After the hug, maintain eye contact for a moment and continue the interaction naturally. No awkward adjustment. No nervous laughter. This seamless transition makes the hug feel intentional rather than accidental. And here is the deeper Stoic truth. Attraction is rarely created by grand gestures. It is built through small moments handled with emotional mastery. A confident hug communicates, "I respect myself. I respect you. I do not need approval to feel comfortable." That combination is quietly powerful, because women are not drawn to men who try too hard to impress. They are drawn to men who feel stable, calm, and emotionally grounded in every interaction, even something as simple as a hug. Master this, and you transform an ordinary greeting into a moment of genuine connection. And often, the strongest attraction begins with nothing more than a perfectly timed, perfectly calm embrace.